Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. You all is DDG standing out as truly newsworthy again for being controlling towards Halle Bailey, and in the event that you thought you'd known about each bizarre thing about him, honey, get situated and snatch some popcorn. DG is more chaotic than you might at any point envision. Obviously, Halle's sister Chloe is additionally finished with his controlling behind and simply believes Halle should let him go. At this point, you all have clearly heard anecdotes about how Halle is in an exceptionally poisonous relationship with DD and how he is serene and an obsessive-compulsive person, so as of late, those charges hit the rooftop when a visually impaired thing about DG's way of behaving towards Halle at the 2024 Vanity Fair Oscars party began making adjustments. He purportedly told her not to converse with some other men and became disturbed in the wake of being barred from a specific gathering photograph. By the way, this isn't the main visually impaired thing that has left individuals scrutinizing DD's outrage issue. There was another from a couple of months ago that recommended that DDG needed to be unalive. I know that is even terrifying to envision, yet the visually impaired thing said that DDG planned to demolish Halle's profession. Perhaps the visually impaired thing was misrepresenting, yet one thing that is coming out, actually, is that DDG has rage issues and has been controlling. Well, this claim about him being controlling and having rage issues shouldn't exactly come as a shock, because in the event that you all failed to remember, we are likewise talking about somebody who made an entire melody about being unreliable. In the main stanza of his tune, popular DDG resembles shooting a film. Now that you are kissing, fellows, you realize I love you a great deal. I don't know if that is for promotion. I would rather not see this as anything more than a reference. Halle Bailey is clasping hands with her co-star Jonah Howard-Ruler at her The Little Mermaid's UK debut, adding, "For what reason are you all clasping hands in the photograph? You know, I'm uncertain. That is a no. I continue to return and need to leave you, however. I'm too late." The melody then goes significantly more profoundly into his weaknesses, with additional verses saying, "I've been so uncertain that I be thinking you truly laying down with folks you in films with, yet on the web. I am simply cooling it. Yet in my mind, a person is truly losing it. I may very well tweet something just to demolish it, and afterward, when we thought it was terrible enough, he feels free to say it's a couple things about your work. I need to realize, when you shoot your film, do these folks turn you on when you leave the set? Do you all still message each other by telephone?" Sheesh, the sexism in this tune alone was clearly evident, and the unadulterated excusal of Halle was simply disheartening, most definitely. I mean, if these verses didn't shout obsessive person boisterous enough, I truly don't have the foggiest idea what will. And presently, we have this multitude of visually impaired things saying that DDG has rage issues and has been controlling Halle. Like I said, it's conceivable that the blinds have been overstated, yet that doesn't imply that they are completely manufactured. Thinking about it, it's been said multiple times that DDG is a domineering person. Individuals could be on to something there, and this is how things have been that are making individuals say that DDG isn't ideal for Halle. You know, it's not simply about DDG controlling Halle or singing about his weaknesses. There's likewise somewhat of a set of experiences with regards to DDG and different ladies that is simply putting individuals off, like for you all who recall when he dated YouTuber K. Simone, he put all their business out there. He would go to Twitter to spill all that she did, and his allies would savage her interminably. He would likewise get her things, then say she wasn't adequately grateful, and that again made his fans drag his ex through the mud. Other than Kennedy back in February 2023, DDG was standing out as truly newsworthy after another of his exes, Ruby Rose, tweeted about seeing her ex's new sweetheart wear her old garments. She didn't specify either DDG or Halle by name, yet it was immediately noticed that Halle was wearing a highly contrasting shirt in an Instagram post that Ruby Rose had been found in back in 2020 after Halle's fans came to her safeguard. Ruby explained that she loves Halle, yet she realizes she doesn't merit being with someone like DDG and wants to demonstrate that DDG is a crackpot. Ruby likewise released a DM she purportedly got from DDG around the time he cleared Halle off of his Instagram when they had issues with the messages. DDG apparently requests that Ruby hang out, to which she answered, "You hit me the day you all contend is so you." Haha, around that time. DDG likewise offered an extremely odd remark, pretty much every one of the young ladies being the equivalent, apparently suggesting that even Halle was like each other. Horrendous chick. He's gone over that exact same month. Fans likewise affirmed that DDG utilized burner records at Aubrey Wiggins and Sneak Mode 13 to adversely remark in rubbish on The Little Mermaid. Why? Again is bizarre. Given Halle is the Little Mermaid, when those two burner accounts were presented, DDG attempted to lie and say that his Sneak Mode 13 record was hacked, and that the supposed programmer then, at that point, made a tweet to uncover his alleged genuine record. Then there were other two burner accounts that were connected to him, that both follow DDG, his family Halle and Chloe. Likewise, both remarked frequently on DD's sibling tweets, answering exclusively to individuals in DD's STR. They followed the same game groups, and they likewise much of the time advanced DG's music. Fundamentally, what this implies, as per a great many people, is that DDG is a fruitcake that discusses himself online with numerous records and gets this one of the burner accounts that was connected to DG called Universe of Artfulness has a few exceptionally zesty collaborations with a young lady called Diana. In their visits, Diana asks for an element with DDG while Universe of Artfulness continually asks Diana to make a main fans account. Perhaps it was at that point strange that DDG was utilized burner records to converse with himself, however, to envision that he was likewise utilizing them to hit on different young ladies too. Kid. This is the sort of conduct controlling individuals have, and that is the reason to many individuals it's truly not hard to accept that he could be controlling he yet is she. This dumbfounded. However, presently there were past reports saying that his family, particularly her sister Chloe, could do without DDG at all, cause he gets his perspectives and pay from being freakish on the web. Obviously, the relatives likewise concur that H's relationship with DDG could be harming her vocation in numerous ways. For example, the melody, interestingly for The Little Mermaid, was at first submitted to be considered for a designation at the Oscars for Best Unique Tune, and Disney even posted a rundown of the classes they were crusading to get designated on their authority site. And Halle's tune was a piece of it anyway, after the fresh insight about Halle kicking pregnant. Off circumventing, they pulled the melody as per a source who addressed media takeout. Disney was disturbed when they figured out H was pregnant and chose to toss her off the selection list. They felt like her pregnancy would prevent her from playing out her obligations, which would have helped the tune get a designation at the Oscars. The source then said, "The reaction from Halle Bailey's pregnancy to rapper DDG is beginning to have consequences for her profession. They just removed Halle from Oscar thought for Best Unique Melody." Halle was, be that as it may, sure to get an Oscar selection for her presentation. Taking everything into account, he knows precisely the way in which fans have been feeling about this relationship, and he has really discussed it a couple of times. For example, this is how he said it when he was making sense of the verses of his melody. "I'm geeking out on Virtuoso. They made a request to sign me off." I'm like, brother, is it actually that profound? Am I actually that terrible of a buddy like its fellows around here? That's downright horrendous for a young lady. However, like truly cuckoo, he likewise said that you all have no clue about what's happening, and as far as he could possibly know, he's in fact an astounding sweetheart to haul while individuals coming on connections. I'm like, brother, you all don't have the foggiest idea what's truly happening. That is what's going on with the web. They simply take everything without setting and make their own story. Furthermore, during a meeting with Revolt, DDG got serious about dating Halle and shutting out pessimistic assessments of individuals. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.